Actually, I can't tell if I'm actually live or not. Well, I'm gonna have to double fist the comments on my computer while I'm live on the cell phone. We'll see. As soon as the computer loads, I'll know whether this is actually live. I didn't call it crystal zoom meeting. Oh, it does call it crystal zoom meeting. Gross. Whatever. It's my Zoom meeting. We're live. It says we're live. Oh, it even showed my boob. I'm fixing my shirt. It doesn't look like it's quality though. And my browser is still loading the chat room. So if I am live, it's probably a hot mess. All right. It says I'm live. But there's going to be a massive delay. So why is everything all foobarred on my live? Well, let me explain. Well, maybe I should wait till people actually get here. And I won't know if people are here because of the massive lag. So I'm live on my cell phone. I have my laptop, well, a laptop over here to see the chat because my laptop is in the shop and my laptop is a very good laptop and can do everything under the sun. I put really good money into it. It's my business laptop, works great. This laptop, however, is probably like 10 years old and it's extremely slow. It does not like it does not like anything. It's laggy now. So I'm not sure how well this is going to work, to be quite honest. It's actually frozen now, so I can't see the chat. But maybe it will unfreeze itself. Anyway, so I'll just start chatting. Theoretically, it's doing things. I don't know. If someone could like keep me posted in the chat whether or not it's even working. I don't know if the Zoom buffer is going to be related to the laptop or towards the Zoom meeting itself. It still says not responding. So my laptop's in the shop because my monitor stopped working. So I have this old one that has a horrible webcam, like you would picture in 2008, whatever webcam quality was back then. I don't know, maybe even before that. And so I've got sneaky. Since I have a professional Zoom subscription, I decided to join with my Zoom through this ugly thing over here and then co-host with my phone so I could be mobile on YouTube even though I'm not monetized. It's still frozen, guys. Seriously. So the live may not even really happen because I can't read anything you guys are saying. And it's no fun if I'm just talking into the wind. For all I know, it's just buffering. Actually, if anybody can see this and it's not buffering, some of you have my cell phone number. Can someone text me? Because that'll at least pop up on my screen. Or no, send me a private Marco because that will also pop up on my screen to let me know just, yes, it's buffering. No, it's not buffering. Everything just sucks. That would be nice. Oh, Matt says that we can hear you. Great. Thank you, Matt. Can you hear me like in a not buffering way or non-laggy way? That That would be nice. Just wish I could talk to you guys. Yeah, still my browser's frozen, so that's great. So what's been going on? Well, cold weather, no greenhouse. I did some observation on some plants that were downstairs. Looks like we lost some of our pepper plants already. The cold weather's killer right now. A couple other things never came up. Beefsteak, tomatoes for Dad. What did Matt say here? Hold on, sorry. Apparently the live seems fine. I just can't see anything you guys are typing yet until this laptop stops freezing, which may never happen. So I apologize if I'm not saying hi to anybody. I'll go back and look at the chat later. Is it grainy? The video, my quality on my phone seems fine, but I can't see what it actually looks like on YouTube. So I have to replant some peppers and some tomatoes. We have plenty of sweet peppers that are growing fine. I've planted some cayenne. I have to replant my jalapenos and my Anaheims. The Romas do not look like they're doing well. Black creme look like they're doing fine. Black cherry are questionable, so I'm going to replant all the Romas and black cherries and just keep them up here. I think it's just too cold downstairs. Video looks great. Awesome. What else? There's a couple other things that were lost. I'm going to take an inventory tonight or tomorrow since Donald's off tomorrow. We're just going to do a lot of replanting of things that we've lost. Everything up here is doing pretty good. Like I've got some bachelor buttons that are taking off like crazy. The strawberries are doing great. I wanted to show off, and I'm not going to do it. I might just do it in a vlog. We've got some citrus trees. We went to TSC, and TSC has these patio trees, which I didn't know were a thing. And we got a lemon patio tree, a orange patio tree, and then an olive patio tree. So now I've got an olive tree, a lemon tree, and an orange tree. They had figs. I should have picked up the figs when I saw it because we went back yesterday to get the fig and the leaves were dry and like they were dead. So I didn't get it. And I didn't want to get the ones that looked like they were dying. I probably could have, and it might have came back. I don't know. Can someone leave a comment or message me since I can't see comments? Yeah, it's still frozen. I'm not gonna be able to see any comments during this live, which sucks. On whether or not the leaves die off on a little tree like that, whether it's still worth getting, I guess. Oh, it looks like it's trying to think now. Oh, I do see some people now. I see Everwork Gardner came in. Rebecca Nichols came in. It's still catching up though. So as it's catching up, I'll be able to say hi to folks. Oh, wow. We do have a lot more people. How do we join you in the Zoom? You are welcome to join me in the Zoom. Oh, I see Orion. His way Hempstead, She Moved Mountains. There's people. I don't want to touch the computer though. So if I missed anybody, I see Stringfield Ridge. Keith Winslet, yeah. So I can see stuff now, but it's probably on a massive delay. That said, oh, now it's giving me guff. I don't want to convert the meeting. It looks like it might have lost connection. If it loses connection, I'll try to come back. But this is why I was so late. I've literally been doing this since 8 o'clock, trying to get this working. Stop trying to stop the meeting. Am I still connected, Matt? This is frustrating. What did Matt say? I don't want the meeting recorded either, but whatever. I don't want to touch settings. I think it might have cut off, guys. There's no way for me to know for sure. Stop video. So if you guys can still hear me, and I don't think that you can, the reason I'm using Zoom is because my laptop is in the shop. This is the only way I can get on. The webcam on this old laptop does not work. Wait a minute. Is it still connected? It might be. Maybe I don't need the computer anymore. Except to see the it's a meeting ID. What is the meeting ID? I will find out for you. It is 959-3698-9306. I can't type it anywhere. I have to say it. I have no idea whether I'm still live right now. It says it on the phone, but maybe I don't need the laptop. Yeah, if someone wants to hop up and then you guys can read me the comments, that would be fine too. But again, the meeting ID is 959-3698-9306. Don't see anybody in the waiting room, so. I see Shayla, Mama Z, Z. Thank you, Matt, for keeping me updated on what's going on. The laptop situation is frustrating because I just got it fixed in November. It's still under warranty, but the problem is the warranty, they make me ship it to California, which takes a week to get there. Doug is entering. Yay. So maybe I am still live. It's interesting to me to see how all of this works. Okay. Doug, how are you? Matt Katie has entered.
I'm good.
Party tonight. Volume up. There we go.
I'm gonna have to turn the other thing off. So. Everybody can hear you. Everybody can see you.
Okay.
You sound good on there. And everybody's frustrated because everybody's trying
I can hear you all.
to talk to you.
They're all trying to talk to me.
Can't hear.
Yeah, I feel bad. I just don't have any other way to do this because in order to be live on your mobile phone, with just your mobile phone, you have to be monetized. I'm not monetized. So I have to do it through a browser, but I can't do it on that browser clearly because that thing is just messing up. I can't see any comments from anybody. Really. Dripless Acres, hello, High Country Homestead. Everybody else that came in that I missed, I apologize again. Who else we got?
Hey there, Dripless Acres.
Hey, Crystal.
Hey, Matt. Oh, we got Keith coming in. Yeah, we're just gonna have a party tonight because I can't seem to do anything on this laptop. So. What else do I want to talk about today? I was going to do another giveaway today too. Last week I gave away the oh, I hear myself. The book, the $900 book that was on Amazon, with Herbal Medicine. It looks like my laptop has completely shut off now. Keith, I think we hear your television, so I'm going to mute you if that's okay.
This isn't working as good as it did the other day on your birthday.
Well, and a lot of it's because I'm not on my laptop.
I got you.
So
There, I muted my TV, so
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was just too much noise in the background.
I
Yeah,
hear
the
you.
first one works pretty good. This one is going to be a little awkward because I can't do anything. It's all mobile now. My laptop has already given up. It's done. I can't read any comments anymore at all. So I'll go back and read them though. Hopefully they're nice things.
Yeah, High
Um,
Country Homestead says now we can see all three of us.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I was looking. Yeah, I can't see anything on the laptop, so I can't see any of the chat, but I will go back and it'll probably be a short live. I'll probably only run it till 10 just because of the situation, but so hopefully everybody's doing good. Updates for us. I was going to do what I was talking about earlier. I was going to do a giveaway again this week. Naturally NC and Davis Family Farms and I all three signed up for this free mini herbal medicine course. And the last day for it was yesterday, before they, like, you had like a week or 2 weeks to do the course and then they shut it down. Well, we went ahead and I made a copy of, not a copy of the course, but I downloaded the materials and put it on Drive, and I was going to give that away this weekend for anybody else that wanted to do the course. Because again, it was a free mini herbal course, but I can't access the link from my phone, so I might just give it away.
man. That would have been nice.
Yeah. So maybe a little teaser for next week. I will give you all access to this mini herbal medicine course next week during my live when I get my laptop back. So,
Misty's watching the chat for you, Crystal. So
okay. Yeah, hopefully nobody comes on and says nasty stuff. Thank goodness for
no,
moderators.
let's hope not.
I mean,
We're
if
watching.
Nathan's in there, it could get a little fishy.
I'm watching the chat. Oh, by the way, hi, Crystal. Crystal.
Exclamation point. So is anybody asking any questions?
No, just a lot of hey, everyone. Mama Z is here. Brian Lowe's, Hills Homestead,
Oh, yay, guys.
Griffiths Acres, the Tinker's wife.
Oh, Patty, congrats on your 1,000. That's so exciting. And Shayla from Making Lemonade from Lemons hit 1,000 subs. I'm working on her watch hours as soon as I get my laptop back. And Patty, what are your watch hours at? Like, are you close to the 4,000 required for monetization? That'd be neat to know.
I finally broke 600.
Did you? That is
About
awesome.
time. Yeah, I'm getting really close to 10,000 views.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I think I'm at almost 8,000 views, but I was literally about to put out a video yesterday, and I opened up my DaVinci and I'm starting to do the editing, and that's when my monitor went down. So I haven't put out a video that wasn't alive in like a week or two, which sucks. But if I get it back tomorrow, I'll just put it out tomorrow.
How's your tooth?
Still painful. I took some medicine around 4, I think. So I'm all right for the moment, but I had the appointment last Friday. They couldn't do it until I was on the antibiotics long enough. So I rescheduled to Monday. And then Monday, they didn't know I was on blood thinners. So they said, well, you need to contact your blood doctor and get off the Coumadin for like 2 or 3 days before they'll do the surgery. And I've spent this entire week trying to get a hold of somebody to check my blood and get me off the blood thinners, and I have yet to do it. So I no longer have an appointment to get this fixed.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
That
Most
sucks.
won't do that kind of work with you being on blood thinners.
Yeah. I think I have to be off for 2 days. So if I can get my blood tested tomorrow, I'll do it. But the lady that usually does it's been in a different county all week. So maybe next week she can do it and I'll reschedule. But right now I'm just in Tylenol induced pain, but it was really bad last night for a while, but the Tylenol does help. They gave me Percocet, and honestly, that didn't do anything for me at all.
Yeah, I had a bunch of tooth pain, and the meds they give are worthless for it because I mean it's basically inflammation is the problem. So these Loratabs and all this other stuff, it's like, oh, this will make me not feel great, but doesn't actually do anything useful.
I made the mistake because they gave it to me on Friday, and I was like, well, I'll just take it before bed because usually Percocet or oxycodone knocks me out when I've had it for, I think, other extraction that I had. And I went to bed and it did not kick in. I think it actually made it worse. I was up till 5 a.m. just in tears the whole night. I felt bad for Donald because I think I kept waking him up crying. But I won't do that again.
So Tinker's wife said that she's not going to monetize due to all that she has to take care of with the estate. So
Oh,
grief
okay.
has a life all of its own.
Yeah.
Sorry to
But
hear that, Tinker's wife.
if she does decide to monetize later on, she'll at least have the subs and she can just
Yeah.
work on the hours whenever she's ready.
Yep.
My
Driftless Acres can't get past 373.
Oh, yeah. Well, one of the things that I've been doing in the small YouTubers homestead group on Facebook is I try to highlight at least one person a week to help out to reach their goals. So I have to figure out who the next person is. I know Shayla is trying to get her hours, so I will work on getting her hours, but I'll see who else is trying to reach a milestone and see if I can help out.
Keith Winslet said that half a bottle of tequila works.
I wish I had some. I actually have vodka that's supposed to be delivered tomorrow, but I was going to use that for extracts, but maybe I'll take a swig or something. If anybody wants to send me alcohol, I'll take it because I have not been able to find alcohol anywhere. Like I tried to get on the Fine Wine and Good Spirits store, which is a big one here in Pennsylvania, to make an order, and they actually stagger when their website's up. They'll take it down and say, we're not taking orders right this moment because they're so overwhelmed with orders. So I'm like, well, I finally got in after 10 tries and I ordered a bottle of vodka so I can make some vanilla extract.
Yeah, that's the only alcohol we have in our house is to make vanilla extract.
Yeah.
We don't drink alcohol.
Yeah. I usually don't either. I did with Daniel here on the live. There was a time where I was talking to him and my friend Remnon. We were just late night talking, and someone had gifted me a bottle of Peruvian whiskey.
Oh goodness.
And it tore me up. Like I got so drunk, and then the next day I couldn't even get up. I was done. So I don't like to do that. I don't want to do that anymore. Peruvian whiskey.
I figure I'm messed up enough without drinking alcohol.
Right? Yeah, I don't like having that numb feeling, but I wouldn't mind it on my tooth right now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Did you ever try the heavy duty Ambisol that you can apply topically? I had some bad tooth pain before, and that worked really good.
I did try that the other day, and it didn't seem to help me for some reason. But I think the pain is down in the root, maybe, and it couldn't penetrate there or something. So I don't know.
Misty made some lemon extract the other day.
I did see she had a video out for that, which is awesome. I've only done vanilla, but I am going to do elderberry this year because I want to make elderberry ice cream with it. And then two, I made a whipped cream at one point in time for some dessert I was making, and I ran out of vanilla. So I used elderberry extract. And honestly, it's the best whipped cream I've ever had. It's so good. I definitely need elderberry extract. I did get a new book I wanted to show off, but I'm trying to remember where we put it.
Keith Winslet said you can put goody powder on it.
Put what on it? Goody powder? Yeah.
Goody powder. That's a like a powdered aspirin kind of thing.
So I did pick this up at TSC yesterday. I didn't realize some of the things, I didn't realize bamboo was editable. And I have bamboo growing by the stream. So there's a couple things in here that I'm interested in learning about the wild plants and stuff around here. Some of these I've never even heard of, but
we had friends, new friends come from Kentucky. And while the one guy was here, he got stung by a wasp. And my wife grabbed some of the plantain and crushed it up and put it on it, and the sting was gone in no time.
Yeah, I think plantain's one of my favorites, but there's a couple in here like Arctic willow I've never heard of that I'm going to have to do some research on. So we'll see if this book's any good. I like the wild foraging stuff. I just don't know a lot about it yet.
It's hard to keep up with all the chats.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Well, hi, everybody. For those that are new, we're doing this slightly different this week because my laptop's in the shop. And my laptop got us connected to YouTube finally, but I can't be on here on my laptop. So I'm on Zoom so I can use my mobile phone. So you guys are talking to me on my phone right now.
The tinker's wife said it depends on the type of bamboo. Some are more better than others.
Yeah, I don't know what kind we have here at the house. My dad brought it up from the old farm. Actually, I have a lot of things like a burning bush, a lilac tree, some bleeding hearts that were all, and even some comfrey that were just all from the old farm before we moved up here. So no idea what they are or even how old they are. We did find some baby bunnies in the garage yesterday. We had-
Our cat brought a baby rabbit inside the house, and it
Right.
took 3 of them out of a nest, and we put them all back. It just scratched one up a little bit, and we were able to put them all back. And then it rained, and we checked on them. They looked cold, and then they completely disappeared. So we don't know if the rabbit came back and moved them or the cat got them all.
Oh yeah.
Naturally,
we
NC is
see.
here.
Who's here?
Naturally, NC.
Hey D, girl. Yeah, these bunny, we had one bunny that I thought was our last buck that's just been roaming around the property for like the last 2 or 3 months. We have not been able to catch her no matter what. We caught a squirrel, caught a couple other things trying to catch her, but we didn't realize she was a she until she started pulling fur. And then we found 2 baby bunnies that look like they're a couple weeks old, maybe even 6 weeks old. So now we've got more rabbits. I did take a video of them.
We have about 12 baby bunny rabbits right now.
Oh, we're gonna have a bunch next month. We've got a couple that are bred, and so I'm looking forward to butchering this fall.
Yeah, we bred 4 more too. I'm not sure when they're due, but we're getting them all bred.
Stringfellow's printing out, or Stringfield's printing out the book you sent, piece at a time.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah,
then
I
over at Gardner said to tell you that there are apps. I only have 167 or something like that, but I can still go live from my phone.
Yeah, I think they're saying they only have 167 subscribers, but they use some of the apps to go live.
yeah, I think there are some out there that do it. I just didn't have time to prepare. And I've got Zoom, so I figure that's probably good enough for right now.
Yeah, I used Streamlabs that one time, and it worked pretty good.
I don't normally need to go on through my phone, but I guess it's convenient if I'm ever out somewhere. But I always take my laptop with me, even if I'm camping. I've literally been in the middle of like 600 acres of wooded land with my laptop and had someone that needed an emergency fix. I'm like on my hotspot coding in the middle of the woods. So I never leave home without it.
Driftless Acres said they just finished up kidding season with their Angora goats. The last
Oh, wow.
2 were twin boys named Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Yeah, that's one of the things. If we get another stimulus thing or whatever, I think we're going to get another male goat so we can breed our 2 does.
We haven't got ours yet. We still
Really?
haven't got our check. Yeah.
It's weird how some people, I don't think my dad's gotten his. We got ours, but it just went to Bill's. So, and I did get another web project, thankfully. So I'm okay for the moment, but I honestly feel like this whole thing is going to last at least through the rest of the year in one way, shape, or form. I mean, they may open certain things or not open certain things, but I can't see people not being frugal for the rest of this year. So I'm going to have to think of some supplemental things and make some changes, I think. Like one of the things I want to do is not have my office space anymore. because that'll save me over $400 a month just with that.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
But the problem is I just renewed the lease March 1st,
Oh,
and
no.
already telling people they can't break the lease, but that was before all this SBA loan nonsense. They were just telling everybody to get the loans. But if nobody can get the loans, then what are you going to do? If people can't pay the rent, they can't pay the rent.
Yeah.
So,
Naturally, NC said a lot of their coworkers haven't got their checks yet either.
yeah, my dad hasn't gotten his, but he's on disability, so he may not. I don't know.
Because the Social Security ones I think are in a different batch. Because I talked to my mom and she hadn't got hers, but I think they're doing them slightly different. I know I haven't got mine. My brother's got his for his family. So I know that at one point they said they're going from like lowest to upward. And I'm like, my brother's in a whole different, like 3 or 4 different tax brackets than I am. So
Yeah, we got ours pretty quick. Was it not this Monday? What day is today? Thursday? It might have, no, I don't remember when it was. It was recent. But if they, I mean, if they do another round, we're just going to, oh, someone else is coming in. This might be Patty. I've been talking with Jason over at Big Bear Homestead, and he made some really good points that made me think a little more about what we would do if we got more stimulus. And one of the things we're considering, he suggested, is really invest in your infrastructure and your homestead for the long game, as far as like, if we invest in cattle panels, if we invest in more goats, if we invest in things that are going to keep us fed and safe and healthy, then doing that rather than going out and buying, new gear or this or that or whatever, and even paying certain bills I might put off just so I can make sure that we have everything we need to secure ourselves some food.
Yeah.
And hey, Patty,
Sure.
Hey there, everybody.
how are you?
I am doing well.
You
Yep,
look awesome.
thank you. It's good to be here. This Zoom's fun.
Yeah, I
It-
really
it
enjoyed
is.
it. Normally don't do it for the lives, but we did it for my birthday and it turned out pretty nice. It was a lot of fun,
That's cool.
especially with Daniel's weird background he created for my birthday.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Do you still have it?
I have to go find it because I turned it off my quick thing, so I didn't accidentally click that one at work.
Yeah, that would have been strange at work.
Oh no, I have different weird ones for work. But they have to have
Daniel's my weird
context.
son. He's my
Yeah.
weird son.
Yes. Let's see if it even. It's gonna be a little off centered, I think. Oh,
Patty, I saw you had a video that came out today for your 1K contest. I haven't watched it yet, but
Yeah.
there it is. Look at that.
Well, and you have to enter by it would be East Coast time. It would be noon Monday is the
Okay.
deadline, and 9 a.m. my time out here on the West Coast.
Okay.
You got time.
I will definitely be entering.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun putting everything together, and I had emailed Baker Creek, but everything happened so fast, thank you, Crystal, that I never got a response back yet. So they might still have something to throw in the pile before that date comes next Monday. So we'll see.
Awesome. There's the background. I love it.
Yeah, and Crystal, you were talking about the long haul investment stuff. So we're doing that. We're putting in high tensile strength field fence so that we can get some goats and some meat sheep and stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah, one of the things that I think we're going to invest in is a little bit more wood to finish the greenhouse. We have to do some sort of deer netting around the garden every year, and the deer netting we had last year is all tore up, so we got to get brand new deer netting. We want to get cattle panels, some T-posts. Shoot, I don't remember what else we wanted. Well, the male goat and stuff, and there's a lot of projects we got to do too. More rainwater collection. I want to do a composting toilet. Just growing everything. So we're definitely going to invest in the long game as far as homesteading goes. I think if we get any more stimulus.
I think I hear my cat. See if I can get my cat.
Have the cat join the live here.
Right. I think Court's here somewhere. I think he's behind me somewhere.
Yeah, the neighbor's cat hasn't been around an awful lot, so he's found another love.
Here's Cat.
Oh,
Hey, kitty.
This is
a pretty.
this is
cat.
Bucky. He's
Button.
Bucky.
Oh, Bucky.
Yeah, the other one is Captain America. So this is Bucky, his friend.
Nice. Do you call him Captain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty
No, it's-
cuddly.
It's nice when they're like that. Doug, when you said Captain America, it reminded me a few months back, well, about a year ago, I guess it was, or maybe a little longer ago. I come home one day and Ben had in the back of his pickup truck, he had a Harley motorcycle that was done up into a Captain America motorcycle.
Oh wow.
I was like, oh
That's
my
cool.
gosh, got painted flames and the flame seat that's leather, that's probably a pretty expensive piece of leather work. You know, I don't think, wow, how am I going to sell this thing now? So everybody, if you know anybody who wants a Captain America Harley, we've got it here with all the parts.
Wow.
I would take it if I had the money, but I do not. So
Yeah.
did everybody have a good Easter? I didn't do anything. I think I just worked.
Yeah, my oldest son is well, he's in between jobs, but he's a youth pastor. He's studying to be a pastor, and he's had a couple youth pastor jobs. So he actually served our family communion service. It was really pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
that's
first-
neat.
It was the first time we got to do that. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I think a lot of churches just had to do live services, and then I think there were some churches that were being defiant about stay at home and had full-fledged services. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just stayed at home.
The not so underground church.
Yeah.
I moderated for oh no, I'm going blank on the Arkansas Woodcutters channel. His son Holton, quite a preacher. That boy is gifted. Anyway, I moderated for his channel on Sunday. That was fun. And then, did stuff like that. Talked to my family on the phone. It was a pretty decent Easter.
That's fun. My dad gave me some chocolate for Easter.
Yay. Woohoo.
So I can't have chocolate. Matt, who's on the live chat here, him and his wife are the ones that gave me that ice cream maker that I posted about on our Instagram. And I've already made like 3 or 4 batches of ice cream. I made Dad a batch of sugar-free ice cream today for the first time. So I'm pretty excited. It's pretty delicious. I'm excited about making my own ice cream whenever I want.
Two
Cool.
family homesteads here.
Hey, two family.
Hey.
Papa
Sorry,
Z is
things are
here.
weird. Who else?
Papa Z Rustic Tradition Homestead.
Nice. Thank you guys for coming. I can't see any chats at all because my laptop's in the shop and my other laptop that now has this hooked to this is a butthead. So I can't see anything. These guys are all here helping me out. So it's a little weird.
Yeah, Doug's the kind of the translator.
Yeah, Doug's
Yeah.
my,
I'm not doing a very good job though.
hey, you're helping out. That's all that matters. So I'll go back and read the chat later. I just can't see anything. Is Nathan on? Because I'm sure he's probably saying something sassy if he is.
I haven't seen him yet.
Okay. He might be over at the Broussards because I feel bad. I try to do this staggered with the Broussard live, so it's not exactly during the same time, but this year, this one for tonight.
Yeah.
is different.
It is nearly impossible to find a spot in prime time that you aren't on top of somebody else. I'm not even going to worry about it when I start doing them.
Yeah, I think what I started to do is I usually start at 8:30, so it's only half in Garden for Cheaps and half in the Broussards.
Mhm.
And those are the ones that, I interact with them regularly. So it seems to work out okay if you kind of do like at the halftime. But again, you're still going to run out of slots. So
Naturally, NC said Johnny is here, but Nathan isn't.
well, I knew I liked Johnny better. So
Wow. Cat's getting antsy.
Have you guys seen the baby possums they have over at Sampson Farms?
I saw when they caught
No.
him, but I haven't seen him since.
Yeah, he
I don't
did
like possums.
a live possum cam the other night, and then well, I've seen him feeding them on Marco and stuff, but they're so cute. I want to actually get one because a friend of mine that's here locally, she is like obsessed with possums, but she can't have them. But I figure if I have one and raise it to be a pet, she can come over and play with it. But I haven't gotten a
Yeah.
baby possum yet, so
They don't have a very long life. They only live like, what, 3 years, I think, or something like that. They're very short-lived mammals.
I did not know that.
They don't
Yeah.
live that long in my house.
I know. Some people really hate them. Living in the city, I'm glad to have them because they eat slugs. They eat
Yeah.
slugs. And not very many people have chickens around here. So I
Yeah.
know that can be a problem with chickens.
Oh, we keep
Yeah.
them out. Our chickens are pretty protected. I do like that they eat a lot of ticks though. So
Tick vacuums.
mhm.
Yeah, you
I
can
had-
get guineas though. They'll do that.
Well, I do have two guineas left. I did want to get more this year. That might be another thing we invest is to get more guineas. I kind of want to get some turkeys.
They're so noisy.
They are
There's
nice.
Nathan, I think. Is that Nathan?
Is he? Well, he wouldn't be in here because I haven't brought him in. Is he in the chat?
Sampson Farms. No, yeah, in the chat.
Okay.
Big
He's- yeah.
Blue House Homestead arrived.
Oh, big old house. Hey, welcome to the chat. How many people are on right now?
18 watching.
Yeah.
Oh.
18.
Hi,
I gotta go let my cat out.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the shared screen thing on my laptop yet. You know, new laptop, new technology. I'm a grandma. So I can't see the chat either.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to touch. I don't want to curse the laptop that has me connected to YouTube on my phone right now. So I'm not gonna even try to look
What-
at the chat because it'll just explode or something.
When are you gonna get your other laptop back?
Well, I just dropped it off today. And the woman I spoke to said they usually have a 24-hour turnaround time, but I'm best case scenario, I can get it tomorrow. Worst case, hopefully Monday would be ideal because I can't really do anything but check email. And even that's hard. My laptop that I'm using now freezes up when I check email in a
Mhm.
browser.
Ooh.
It's just-
I did a pretty cool thing today. I was on Facebook and somebody in a newbie quail Facebook page had a problem with the cup waterers. So I made a video real quick on how to fix it and then posted it on YouTube and then posted it on the Facebook. So it's
Nice.
kind of
Yeah,
cool.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've been experimenting with TikTok a lot lately because I know I've used it for business before, not so much for my own stuff, but I decided to get more into it because it's a huge platform right now. It's one of the top 10, honestly. I don't even know if it might be in the top 5 at this point. But I've been getting some good, like I've done both the Copper Kettle Farms and my business, Miss Interactive. I'm getting some good watch out. Like within a day, I think I got over 1,000 watches on my business page about my marketing videos.
Nice.
So I definitely am getting more into the TikTok scene with the farm as well. I just gotta find TikTok worthy content to post there. So
Mhm.
it'll mostly just be
Yeah.
goats probably.
Everybody wants you to sing.
Oh, they do?
High Country Homestead, play a song, please.
Oh, sorry. I know. I talked to you.
Too bad I
Crystal
couldn't.
Baker.
We can't really do like the harmony thing on top of you, can we? Because it kind of cuts you out.
Yeah, I don't think so. What I just
And
You don't want to hear me sing anyway.
You
I
can
sing
just sit there and look
bad.
cute.
did I do with my kids?
Sing, yeah, we'll dance. We'll be backup singers. Do wop, wop.
Right?
watch how laggy we are.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah. Well, and
That'd be
what,
bad.
Let's see. One
what
was asked
song
about
do you-
Tennessee whiskey, even.
I do want to practice that one. Tennessee whiskey.
So Keith checking it on.
Do what?
That's what Keith was suggesting.
Oh yeah, I do need to practice that one.
Organic Raw Roots Farm just showed up.
Who did?
Organic Raw Roots Farm.
Oh, Terry, my girl. I love her so much. They got hit with a tornado in Florida not too long ago. So they
Mhm.
lost some buildings and everything. But she's an amazing, very intelligent person, very creative videos. I love her.
Yeah, we had a tornado hit in town this morning. One of my coworkers was within half a mile of him. It's like, holy crap.
She,
Where you at, Matt?
I'll play a Stain song just because I'm trying to remember what I know off the top of my head. That I don't have to use my phone. The lyrics. This is my life. It's not what it was before. All these feelings I've shared. These are my dreams. I've never lived before. Somebody shake me, 'cause I must be sleeping. Now that we're here and so far away, all the trouble we thought was in vain, and all the mistakes one life can take, they all finally start to go away. Now that we're here and it's so far away, and I feel like I can face the day, I can forgive and I'm not ashamed to be the person that I am today. And these are my words that I've never said before. I think I'm doing okay. This is the smile that I've never shown before. Somebody shake me, 'cause I must be sleeping. Now that we're here, it's so far away. All the trouble we thought was in vain, and all the mistakes one life can take, they all finally start to go away. Now that we're here and it's so far away, and I feel like I can face the day, I can forgive and I'm not ashamed to be the person that I am today. Yay, a song.
Yay.
Yay! We were doing our lighters and stuff.
Lighters. I saw Daniel had his digital lighter, Gilbert.
Yeah.
Usually
Get one of
if I have a fire, it's a little more significant. I don't have small fire.
Oh, yeah,
Get the torch out.
right? I have one of
Yeah.
those weed torches. That would be weird.
Yeah, that's what I play with when I do my encaustic art is torches. Love the
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, my lighter's out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I always try to carry one with me because you never know when you're going to need fire. But I've been seeing these ads on Facebook and TikTok of this, like, it's almost like a flint and steel, but it's a never ending lighter. It feels like I'll have to get the video, but I'm thinking about getting one and trying it out. They have one that's got like a carabiner attached to it. It's got a bottle opener. It's got the infinite match thing. And I might try to get one and do a review. Maybe
there you go.
it'll be fun. Maybe I can get them to send me one for free.
Haha, there you go.
Put it on your Amazon wish list.
Yeah, if they have them on Amazon, yeah. Well, you can still put them even on Amazon wish lists that aren't on Amazon. You can actually put items on there from other sites, which is nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep
We're-
forgetting that.
We were out back and I was with my youngest son and I had my glasses and I was like, you know what? I think these will start a fire.
Yeah.
Reader glasses are good magnifying glasses. I actually got
That's
some
really
smoke
true.
on some leaves and stuff. So you
I
never know
actually
what
got-
you can use.
I got a gift today, and I don't know who it's from because there's absolutely no label on the package. Like it has the label to send it here, but it came with no paper in it. Someone sent me 2 big boxes of canning jars.
Nice.
And I don't know who did it, but it looks like it was from Walmart. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to make a lot of sauce with that this year, but I don't know who sent it. So if someone in here sent it, thank you so much. I needed them and I have not been able to find jars anywhere. I need to get some like 32-ounce jars. These that I got here, I'm going to make a bunch of pasta sauce and stuff with this year, but I don't know where they came from. There was no name.
Probably your list.
My
Yeah,
Amazon.
it could have been somebody who just picked your list.
Yes. And it was some things may have been odd on the list.
Was that you, Daniel?
I was seeing, I think so, probably.
Well, it came from Walmart, which was weird because it didn't come from Amazon.
I don't
but-
know. It may not be me then, because there should be like an Amazon set of those. So it could be someone else.
So you
Who
sent me
knows?
something?
Yes, yeah. Jars and the book for them, I think. I don't know. At this point, if you order from Amazon, it's like 2 days, 2 years. So I don't even like, I've got things I would order. I'm not even bothering. It's just like not even wanting to, not bother. I don't need it. I'm good.
Yeah, everything's delayed, but yeah, I don't know where these came from. It came on a Walmart box though. So whoever sent me the jars from Walmart, thank you so much. I desperately needed jars. And now everybody, Yellow Rose Homestead was telling me I have to do videos on canning now, which I've never done. So it might be amusing. They might just be a complete failure,
Well, just ask for feedback. Boom, as you do it.
right?
Yeah, we still need to do a freeze drying video. We still haven't done that yet.
Mm.
Freeze drying would be nice.
Yeah, Stony Ridge Farm. Somebody asked, or Keith Winslet said you need super chat, and Stony Ridge Farm said, "Why is that Crystal is only at 636? And if you are not subscribed, please do now."
Oh,
So yeah, you have to be at 1,000 in order to do the super chat.
yeah. If I could do super chat, I would. I think Broussard's, they've been over 1,000 for a while and only just now got super chat.
Hmm.
But I don't know.
Do you have
What
to
the
be
reference-
monetized? for
Yeah, I
super
think you
chat?
do.
Oh, okay.
So
I know
once
you
I
can do
get
the live
to-
stream at 1,000.
Yeah. You can do live stream from mobile and you get your super chats and of course you get monetized. I know the last I checked, I was at maybe 980, 990 hours. You have to have 4,000. So if you really like a channel, even if you just run them in a tab on your browser off to the side in the background, you can do like a play all. You can rack up their hours that way. That's what I did to help out Samson Farms, and I'll be doing to help out making lemonade from lemons. But I'll have to do that to myself, I guess, at some point too, because I still have like 3,000 hours. I mean, if I ever get monetized, but I'm not even at 1,000 yet, so it's not like I'm that worried about it.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why these lives are good, because these usually give about 20 hours a piece, and it adds up.
And Samson's mentioning the group is always happy to help you with canning. And yeah, you have to be monetized to get the super chats.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So maybe my goal is to try to get monetized by October at HOA. I think that's a pretty decent goal. I think I can get the 1,000 easier than I can the hours, but I'm thinking about, and actually you guys might be a good crowd to ask. I want to do like goat cams, but I don't know, like, what do you use for a goat cam technology wise? Is like, what do people use for that? I don't know.
Oh, a bunch of stuff, I guess. It's kind of what you're willing to invest in.
Yeah.
Nothing too hefty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause we-
know. I know that Jess was, she set up her camera so that she could watch, I think from the inside, her goat that just had the baby.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because I know there's several channels that do it. So, Read 'em and Weep does it. I don't know what kind of camera they use, but you might message them and they might know.
Yeah, because I think a goat cam would get a couple hours. Doing these lives will get hours, but I just have to work on the hours for the next couple months.
Mhm.
I will say my birthday live, that was almost 7.5 hours, got me 3 days worth of hours.
Nice.
Hours, so that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Daniel just went full camo.
You got
It's
a
a
lamp
floating head
That's
in the middle of a path.
like the Terminator.
I
Need
want to
to
learn
leak
how to
the-
do that. That's great.
When there's technology, there's ways to mess with it.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, I sent him a bunch of Star Wars backgrounds the other day, which I haven't used any on. I don't know. Can you use backgrounds on mobile? I don't even know. I don't think so. Probably not.
I haven't used the mobile for, because it takes a lot of extra processing for it to handle backgrounds.
Well, Zoom's fun. I use it for my business, and I'm actually going to start teaching webinars and online marketing. Theoretically, starting Wednesday, we'll see if I can get my computer back in time. I might have to delay it, but it's a really good platform. I love it.
Mhm.
There's some mention of like GoPros for cameras. I guess it depends if how far your Wi-Fi goes out as well.
It's pretty close to the Goat Pen, so if I can hop on my GoPro, I've never owned a GoPro, so I don't know the technology behind it. Do they do like live video, or is it just like it records to something, you have to then migrate it to something like YouTube, or how does that work?
I'm not sure. They've definitely got a lot of stuff set up for it, but you probably look up and do research on it and find it pretty quick.
Okay.
Because I know, I mean, in the 3D printing world, people will set up stuff just to watch their prints, and they can remote check how their 3D print is set up.
Oh,
It's a pretty simple setup from what I've seen. Well, I say simple. This is involving 3D printing people, which tends to make everything more complicated. My next one should be in a few months, so we'll see how complicated I can make mine.
now when you do get your 3D printer, can you do like D&D figurines with it?
Yeah, I did with my previous printers. I did. They weren't very great with it, but they did okay.
Yeah, that's creepy. I love that. His head moved forward. That was great.
Floating head right now.
I printed a phone stand
Oh,
there you
nice.
go.
3D printer. This was from work, so it just sits in there like that.
Cool.
Kind of cool.
Well, that looks worse, Daniel.
Trying to watch my lighting. It goes everywhere right now. But
You made a little what are these pangolins?
yeah, because it's pretty neat. Because this is almost just a few. It's like three main pieces, and then you
Hmm.
pop it and it breaks loose.
That's cool.
That is pretty neat.
And
It's
so there's
so
a lot of-
amazing the applications 3D printing has. And, I keep thinking about making hands for kids and things for, scooters for animals and all kinds of things. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, I think
yeah.
some people are using it to make like ventilators and stuff now, right?
There's
They've been playing around with metal 3D printers for even implantable type devices.
Cool.
It's hard though, because it has to be like a powdered metal, and it's not near as strong, and it's also susceptible to have impurities in it. So
Oh, yeah.
it depends
Makes
on what
it
it makes prototyping really easy for the aerospace industry.
yeah,
That would. Mhm.
Driftless Acres is mentioning a $35 camera called Clever Dog to watch the goats, and it's working great.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Does it do audio? I'm curious.
you could get a baby nursery monitor too.
Right. I could. Yeah. As long
The
as they
nanny
connect
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there are channels, not necessarily in the homesteading community, but that are on YouTube that they'll just run a live all day long on something weird. So I could see that wrapping up some hours.
yeah. There's one that they've had their camera on their 2 chicken eggs in an incubator for like the last 2 days. Nothing's happened. Like,
It's like
stop already.
waiting for April to be born, or April's baby
Right.
to be born. You remember that?
Yeah.
The giraffe, the baby giraffe that would never come.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, everybody was
Some
watching
gnat
that.
flying around me.
I used to like watching. There was one this called Africam or something. Daniel and I used to watch it. Where there was
The
a
one-
water
oh.
hole in Africa, and they would have all kinds of like stuff come in the middle of the night: elephants, tigers,
Mhm.
rhinoceroses, and that was really cool to watch.
I could put one out here in my front yard and you'd see all the people and the weirdos and whatever, maybe coyotes and if we got real lucky, a cougar that would go by.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, we've had cougar here before. We get usually one a year.
and where are you at again?
I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
Yep.
Might
Yeah.
see
No,
Bigfoot too.
I haven't seen Bigfoot go around the neighborhood. That might be a little problematic, but anyway, yeah, no, we do. We've had some interesting things go on with the big cats when they come through, and usually it ends up sadly.
Could do a dad cam, but then you guys might catch him peeing outside or something.
Oh my God.
I don't think that would be good.
Daniel's
get
like,
demonetized for that."
TMI, man, TMI.
I was actually upstairs. We have an upstairs bathroom. The upstairs is mostly where Donald and I have our stuff. And I was looking out the bathroom outside, and Dad had just got home, and I saw him open the door, and then I saw a stream of something coming from the bottom of the door, and I'm like, Dad, you just peed in the driveway. We're pretty private here, so it's not a huge deal. But
It's better than peeing out on my bricks off the sidewalk, which I caught some guy doing. He was
wow.
he'd had a head injury. I found out later. I kind of became the
Wow.
neighborhood watcher of him. He was really a sweet man, but we've had other people peeing in driveways because I don't know. And they're not always like druggies or anything like that. Living in the city sucks. I'm just saying, I can't wait to get out of here.
I mean, I
Somebody, please.
went a lot outside as a kid, but you're out on a farm and you're a kid. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, Driftless Acres is saying that that Clever Dog does have audio. You can talk to the goats and hear what's going on, but it has to be within Wi-Fi distance. Sounds pretty
Perfect.
cool.
Awesome. I think I'll check
That
that
is
out.
cool.
And then you guys can watch Oreo be her fat self all day long.
Grandma's so happy. Homestead showed up. Hi, Bonnie.
Hey,
Mom.
hey, Bonnie.
Yeah, for those of you that are just joining, we're doing things a little different this weekend because I don't have my laptop. So I have an old laptop that hooked us up to YouTube, but I can't use its webcam, so I'm on my mobile. And then I can't read the chat because I'm on my mobile. So these guys are on helping me read the chat, which is weird, but actually it's kind of fun too. I like having you guys up every now and then. So
Yeah, Nathan, we were talking about the baby possums earlier, so give us an update.
yeah, you have to do some videos on those possums. Do you have
Apparently,
feeding?
using eyedroppers, feeding them with eyedroppers was mentioned a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I got to watch him do that. That was really cute. I was trying to think what we got going on this weekend because Donald's off tomorrow. He might have actually already left work by now. I don't know. We are getting more mulch. We have a half of our garden, which was Dad's side of the garden, is just a bunch of clay and like a dip. So it just creates a pond when it rains. So we are filling a lot of that in with hay and mulch right now. Someone's texting me, go away. And then we got like 3 or 4 truck beds loads of mulch that we have to spread around. We've got, shoot, I don't even remember what all we're doing this weekend. It's going to involve food making and gardening and stuff. So hopefully
Yeah.
picking up my laptop.
There you go.
Grandma's so happy is saying hi to everybody, and apparently they've been working on masks steadily,
Oh, nice.
which is
Wish I could sew. I can sew a button barely.
yeah. My mom's been making a bunch of masks. Oh, mine's in my car. I think she sent like 45 to where my aunt works, or her sister, because that's at a medical facility.
Mhm.
It's like, goodness gracious.
Wow.
Nathan said one of the possums passed,
Aw.
and he had to pull one out of Tempe's jacket sleeve with her arm still in it.
those little babies.
They're so cute.
We knew
Next
people when I was living in Maryland, we knew people that raised skunks.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, they descented them and they actually raised them for fur.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Wow.
Had a neighbor when we first moved to Oregon, one of our classmates who had a pet skunk, and he was really something, you know. He'd play with him and just like a little cat almost.
Yeah, they're pretty smart.
They are.
Mine, they were descented, but I don't need them to accidentally fart on me or something and then they're
Have a nightmare in the middle of the night and spray it to your whole bedroom.
I blame it
That
on
would be
Donald.
horrible.
Start smacking Donald. What did you do?
That's better than dog farts in a closed car. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, man.
One guy I worked with, he said he had a little pop-up trailer and he had a CPAP machine and his dog was in the trailer and he farted right in the intake of the CPAP machine.
Oh.
He was the only one that smelled it, went right up his nose. It was horrible.
I think you made Daniel sick.
I've got my laptop
This is
on my lap.
degraded rapidly.
Yeah. Naturally, NC is talking about that they're running out of masks at their clinic. They may have to actually shut down.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
goodness.
So
Wow,
is there a way
that's
that you can like get your local community to help make masks or something maybe? Or I know a lot of people.
I think they have to have the official N95 mask.
Yeah, that's what I had the N95, but it's because I bought them like 10 or 12 years ago. Whenever the swine flu was a thing, I had bought a pack of 20 and I never used them. And I'm kind of glad I didn't because now I've got these, but I will have to reuse them. I've just been spraying with Lysol if I have to reuse them, but I don't go anywhere really. So
Yeah, it's like I've got a couple that because I'd mix up my own encaustic paint using the pigments, and so I had to have them for that. So I've got two, and I remember when I first put it on Facebook or someplace that I had them, somebody goes, "Oh, give them to the people in the clinics." I'm like, "They're used, dude. I'm not going to do that." And besides that, I need them.
yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah.
I will say that I don't live in Maryland anymore, but the governor in Maryland, I don't know if you guys saw this in the news or not, but Larry Hogan, his wife is Korean, and he managed to barter a deal with South Korea to get Maryland 500,000 masks, which I thought was really cool for Maryland. Doesn't help me here in Pennsylvania, but it would be nice if other governors were able to do that without the federal government coming in and swooping and taking them. But
Yeah.
He also released a bunch of prisoners.
yeah. Well, what
Which I
kind
thought
of
was-
prisoners? I haven't like seen specifically, like if it's someone else put in jail for having weed, I would see that, but I haven't paid any attention to what kind of prisoners they're releasing or anything.
Yeah, they were going to release some really bad ones here. I have not been watching the news, quite honestly. I don't think that happened because there was such a huge outcry here.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
understand if it's safer for us to be locked in our house, why is it not safer for the prisoners to be in prison?
Yeah,
Oh,
and maybe it's probably
It's-
processes.
It's the distances, and it's hard to segregate them apart from each other in some cases.
Mhm.
Because basically, when they've had stuff happen, it's happened to a bunch at once,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
that's one of the problems.
I get
It's like-
that, but if you stop visitors, they
Yeah.
shouldn't be exposed to the outside world. I don't know.
At some point they should, but one of the problems is the guards come in and out and such. I have family that works in various parts of the stuff, and there's a lot of new rules taking place because it's got brought into the facility for some case. It's kind of a mess.
Yeah. It's like
in
our care
theory,
facilities. It's like the care facilities. It's the same kind of thing. It's basically, warehousing the elderly like we warehouse our prisoners, and they can't get out of there either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are coming and going. We
Yeah.
had 14 die and one not far from me. It just breaks my heart.
And they're at high risk.
Yes. And they haven't done any crimes. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
just like, there was one guy they were going to release it was a murderer. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like,
It's rough. It's a rough time. And like I said, I don't think this is going to go away anytime soon. So I think it's important. I think the homesteading community has the benefit of already being in that mindset, but I think a lot more people are getting into homesteading. And I mean, the chicks were selling out, the seeds are selling out, and I think it's a good thing to come out of this. And there's probably a couple other good things, but you know, the loss of business, the loss of life, obviously all devastating.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody personally that has gotten it or died, but I do know people that have had their relatives get it or their relatives die. So far I've been fortunate.
yeah. And we had a little bit of a scare thought that my son had been exposed to it, but it turned out that he hadn't been, or had the guy that rides in his truck. He drives a commercial front loader for Waste Management, and so they don't really see a lot of people. But this guy's wife works at a care facility, and so of some kind of medical facility. So they were very concerned for a while, but everything's good now.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Worry-
It's like,
I
no,
worry about my dad because he does tend to go out every day. And I don't always know where he goes. He goes to visit my cousin and he'll go out to the pharmacy, which, you know, has to happen. But I worry about how much he goes out. He goes out way more than I do. And he's 70. Like, fucking stay home. Excuse my language.
J&C's Oregon Homestead said that they've had family that have it.
Oh, really?
mm,
I know
Hi,
one of
Connie.
Donald's coworker's mother recently died from it, but I
Mm.
don't think she's local. So he's not being quarantined because it's not like he went to visit her, but they have to check the temperature every day when they go into work.
Mm-mm.
So far, none of his coworkers have gotten it that I'm aware of. So I'm lucky there as well, but
Yeah.
it's scary. I don't like that he has to work, but I'm glad he has to work because otherwise my business is definitely slowing down. So that's the money right now.
I'm busier than ever working from home.
Yeah, because what was it you did? I know you had a patent on something, but I don't know if that's your full-time job.
Oh, that was a previous job. I worked
Okay.
for Medtronic. It was a medical device company that did.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I did spinal implants and instrumentation for
That's right.
idiopathic scoliosis patients.
That's right. I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of cool. It was a
Oh,
cool
Misty.
job.
Mama Z's coming in. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Dan-
Misty.
Daniel and I are computer nerds. There's Misty.
She's all laid back. Don't fall
Oh,
asleep on us there.
I can only see 4 people at a time.
Hello.
Because I'm on my phone. Hi, Misty.
Hey,
There she is.
I just wanted to come in and talk on the whole corrections thing. I was a correctional officer for 12 years. So let me mute hold on just a second. Hold on.
She's going to give us the crackdown.
Yeah. Hold on just a second. I'm getting.
That's what you meant by COs. Okay.
All right, I had to mute my YouTube. It was in my ear, not echoing out. But okay, so I was a correctional officer for 12 years, and one of the problems with the prison system, it's not just a lot of these folks that it's not just like convicted people. It is people that are sitting in county jails that haven't been convicted of anything yet, right? And some people, it's like very petty stuff. You know, they're there because they haven't paid traffic tickets yet. They haven't paid child support, or they haven't paid. We're not talking murderers or rapists or heavy criminals. We're talking very petty crimes. Those folks right now probably shouldn't be incarcerated right now. And they're not confined because the correctional officers and staff are coming in and out. So they're bringing the infection in. And you're talking a lot of times the unit I worked on, there was 48 men living in one tank.
Mm,
So there was no way to confine these people. When one of them would get sick, you're talking a whole tank would get sick.
mhm.
There's no way to segregate these guys out. And so that's why they're releasing folks that haven't been convicted of a crime yet. They're talking about low level offenses that are petty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, there were some that I think that probably got released that shouldn't have got released, but they're trying to stop some of the big infection. I know some I still have a friend that works for a county up in North Texas that there have been mass casualties in this one county jail, and
Mm.
people that have not been convicted of a crime yet.
Oh, my gosh.
So they were being
Right.
held to their court date?
Yes, that they haven't, they don't have money to bail out.
Yeah. So they have to be held.
Convicted
'cause
of
they can't-
anything yet.
They can't
They
make
Oh,
don't
it.
that's
have-
sad.
They just don't have money to bail out yet, and they have died in
Yeah.
jail of corona.
Yeah.
And you're also putting your correctional officers at risk, or your DOs, their
Mhm.
detention officers, and stuff like that. So that's why a lot of the county jails are releasing people, because your staff is getting sick. So the jail that I used to work at, I was talking to my son the other night, because he still has friends that work at that jail. He worked there for a little bit. They're running one boss, a correctional officer, to a 45-man tank that usually takes 3, because they don't even have enough staff to work it, because staff are
Wow.
sick. So it becomes a security risk. So that's why they're doing this, guys. It's not just it's a matter of security too.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like,
Thanks for clearing that up.
yeah, that's why I wanted to come in and explain, because a lot of people are like, they're just releasing murderers and rapists. No, they're not.
No, they were gonna do that here. They were gonna do that here. I kid you not. It was pretty disgusting in
Yeah.
Oregon.
Well,
We gotta
I'm speaking for Texas. I can speak.
Yeah.
For Texas. Our governor's like, no. We're not
I'm
going
glad.
to mass release into the public. Texas
Yeah.
got one of the largest prison systems in the world.
Yeah.
Not just the country, not just in the world. We have a major and he said we are not going to release anybody that is like got a violent offenders. No, they were releasing people from county that are being held, that basically they're releasing them that just can't afford their bail, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And low level, non-violent, that aren't a risk to
Mhm.
general population of the public.
Yeah. Hey, Jay.
And that makes sense.
Hey, Crystal Donald's here. I think
Oh,
he's
is
trying to get everybody's attention.
Oh,
Oh, such
Yeah.
a drag queen
Yeah.
that one.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna drop off here, and this has been fun. Thanks for
Thank you,
letting
Patty,
me
for
hang
coming.
out. I'll be
Appreciate it.
watching on from the outside.
Awesome. And
Bye,
thank you for the
Patty.
shout out
Bye-bye.
on your video. Yeah, she did a shout out on her not her latest. She just put one out this morning, but for us here at Copper Kettle Farms, I thought that was cool.
I'm gonna have to get going too. I got to get up early in the morning, go to work.
Okay, well,
It's a
I
long
appreciate you
commute.
sticking.
It's a long commute, long walk.
Yeah, to go to the next room.
Well, actually, I leave the house and walk about 100 feet.
Oh, that's awful. I feel for you. I'll pray for you.
But what's really cool is about the time I'm finished with my first meeting that I have scheduled.
Oh, did you freeze up? You
You're
might have froze up.
we lost sound there.
I froze up. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, you cut out as you were saying something about the timing or
Oh, yeah. My wife will. after the first meeting of the day that I have, that I run, usually my wife comes out with breakfast for me every morning. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. It's usually 2 chicken eggs and a duck egg fried with toast.
Nice. I've never eaten
Yeah.
a duck egg.
And I love duck eggs. Oh my
Try it.
gosh. Yeah, they're so good.
I want to get ducks when we get on the farm.
They're,
Lost my
I
duck
don't,
recently.
I don't know what it's going to be like when it comes time to process them, because they have such a personality in their eye when you look at them. It's not a chicken. It's they seem like they have a higher intelligence back in there somewhere. So
Yeah.
like lots of personality.
I just like that they wiggle their butts.
That one male duck is a pain in the rear end. He's
Yeah.
always tripping you up and everything else. I've got him trained though. He tries to come in the building after I feed him, and so he'll waddle up inside the building. And I say, okay, I stop, and I say, okay, you gotta turn around and go out now, and he'll turn around and jump out.
Yeah. Thank you for stepping in. I really appreciate it.
Yep, it was fun. I like this. It's much better than typing.
Here's my recorder.
Bye, Crystal.
Good to see you.
See you, everybody.
So we can try to transfer some of the chat over. There's a lot of little things you'll have to go and read back.
Yeah, you guys are my eyes on the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to stay up. I think I got an hour in. I have no idea when I'd actually started this or when it actually went.
81 minutes ago.
81 minutes ago.
So we are over the time.
Yes.
I probably will start shutting it down then so people can do other things. I appreciate you guys for hopping up on here and help me read the chat since I can't till my laptop comes back, which hopefully will be tomorrow. So next week, chat should be back to normal at 8:30. I'd like to give a shout out to a channel before I end my lives, and I'm going to shout out Shayla. Oh, someone has entered the waiting room, but I don't recognize the name. I've heard stories of hackers coming in and showing inappropriate things. So I'm going to probably not approve it yet, only because we're about to end things anyway. But I do want to shout out
Hi,
Shayla for
everybody.
making lemonade from lemons. She is low on watch hours to hit her 1K. So if you guys can run her in the background this week, we can probably get her to 1K within the week. And that would be awesome. So thanks again, everybody. And hopefully I can figure out how to turn this off. See you guys next week.